Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anis Atirah binti Ezani. My metric number is 1211592. And first and foremost, our group will present about Islam and Muslim society in Singapore. Singapore is the smallest country in Southeast Asia, but it is very multicultural and consists of various cultures. The cultural and religious diversity in this country is formed from its people coming from several ethnicities such as Malay, Chinese, Indian and Arab. Islam constitutes the third largest religion in Singapore, with Muslim accounting for approximately 15.6% of the population as indicated by the 2022 census. Even though it is located close to Indonesia and Malaysia, where is the majority of the population is Muslim, but Muslims are a minority in Singapore. However, Islam is a significant religion in Singapore, with Muslim making up about 50% of the population. The majority of Singaporeans Muslim are ethnic Malays who traditionally practice Sunni Islam following the Shafi'i school of thought, and additionally there are smaller communities of Indian and Arab Muslims. The Islamic Religious Council of Singapore MUIS oversees Muslim affairs including mosque and religious education, ensuring that the needs of the Muslim community met within the multicultural and multi-religious framework of Singapore society.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fatina Aina binti Muhammad Nasir. My metric number is 1211652. Okay, I will continue for the next part is about Muslim current issue in Singapore. For the first point is about economic and social development in Singapore. Islamic economy and social structure in Singapore are shaped by the country's unique multicultural and multi-religious environment. Islamic economic system in Singapore actually say about first, Islamic banking and finance. Second, halal industry. Third, Islamic insurance as we know as takaful. Okay, Islamic social structure also in Singapore wants to highlight is about first about Muslim population, second education, third mosques and religious activities. For the last but not least, charity and social service. When say about Sharia, actually I want to emphasize about two main points is about innovation. Innovation is actually the range of Sharia compliant financial product is limited. There is a need for more innovative products that cater to the diverse financial needs of the Muslim community. Second, about cost and accessibility. Okay, when say about cost and accessibility is I want to explain about Islamic financial products are sometimes perceived as more expensive or less accessible than conventional products, which can deter potential customers. Also, the government creates incentive for local investor and works closely with Middle East, a non-Muslim, Muslim majority region, promoting Islamic banking. And I go to social issue in Singapore is about mosques and religious activities. First, mosques. There are numerous mosques across Singapore serving as center for worship, community gatherings and religious education. And second, religious events. When say about religious events, I want to say about key Islamic events like Ramadan, AAD3253 and AAD3253 are observed with community prayers, charity and festivities. I want to point out that the most famous and historic mosque in Singapore is the Sultan Mosque. This mosque serves as a place of worship and a community center offering various social and educational activities for their communities. Okay, I want to explain about Muslim merchants in Singapore. Okay, what the merchants Singapore do? Actually, the first one is begin to spread Islam to others in various ways. And second, many married native people who then form an Islamic community slowly. Okay, I will continue for the Muslim organizations and communities in Singapore. Okay, Muslim organizations and communities in Singapore have 2 points I want to say. The first one is Majlis Ugama Islam Singapura, as we know as MUIS, also known as for the English version is Islamic Religious Council of Singapore. Okay, I will continue. MUIS actually government body responsible for Islamic affairs, including tax, management, Sharia, and Islamic education. Not only that, for the second, other organizations include the Islamic Service Singapore, as also known as Jamiyah and Muhammadiyah, association contributing to social, educational, and human affairs.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Nadatul Husna binti Aman. My metric number is 1213328. I would like to present about 2 subtopic, which is the Islamization in Singapore and the Islamic political and governance in Singapore. Singapore is an Islam nation located in the southeast of the Asian continent. Singapore's strategic position serves as a bustling port for traders from Chinese, Indian, the Middle East and other parts of the Southern Asia, has made it a vital trade transit and information center for Islamic preaching and during the Malacca Sultanate in the 15th to early 16th century. The Sultanate itself was a major center for Islamic learning and it influenced attendance to Singapore. Singapore is known as a multi-ethnic country where ethnic Chinese have majority followed by Malay Islam can be categorized as a minority group after being spread from Malaysia. Malay ethnicity is very synonym with Islam considering that more than 99% of ethnic Malay are Muslim. In addition, Islam was spread by scholars from South Asia and the Indian continents include Sheikh Khatib, Al-Minangkabawi, Sheikh Ahmad Aminuddin and Sheikh Habib Ali Hasbi. In the 19th century, Singapore Muslim community have 2 categories which are indigenous Muslim and migrant Muslim. Indigenous Muslim, which is Malay minority, and Muslim migrant include Bugis, Arab, Muslim Indian migrant and each other. The majority of rice and educated Muslim who immigrate from outside the area constitute Singapore's social and economic elite. They play a major role in the building of most an Islamic social organization and they spearheaded Singapore transformation into a place for Muslim publishing and education, include the dissemination of religious text and the Middle East Orthodox and Reformic school of Islam thinking across South Asia.
Next, I will explain about Islamic education in Singapore. Islamic religious education in Singapore is conducted according to modern tradition and schooling system that refer to Egypt and West, known as madrasah. Publication of Malay practice, newspapers and magazines that are used as learning materials, example Al-Iman magazine, emphasize the importance of using reason in religious matters and challenge traditional belief and practice. The establishment of the Islamic Children's Education Council, Mendaki, which is focused its activity on educational issues for Muslim children through the publication of educational materials and work for minorities in Singapore. Singapore has 72 mosques with good facilities such as every mosque with classroom for religious studies in skills and spirituality courses, including discussion on various contemporary and Islamic issues, which are all managed by MUIS.
We move to the part of the Islamic political and governance in Singapore. Singapore operates under a unicameral parliament following the Westminster system, a model of parliamentary democracy. Key factors of Singapore political system include the Westminster system, which emphasizes the sovereignty of parliament, a prime minister role as the head of governments, and a ceremonial president as a head of state. The national political landscape is shaped by the People Action Party, PAP, which has maintained a dominant presence in Parliament since gaining self-governance in 1959. So, this structure has led to stability and continuity in governance. Singapore is home to numerous non-governmental organizations that enhance the quality of life of various communities, including the Muslim community, include the Association of Muslim Professional AMP, which provide educational, social and economic program to uplift the Muslim community. In addition, the Council for the Development of Singapore Malay Muslim Community Mendaki focus on educational advancement and skill development for Malay Muslim individual and family. The Muhammadiyah Association also run kindergartens, student care center and provide community support. This NGO play a career role in fostering a developed, moderate and progressive Muslim society in Singapore, improving the image of Islam and contributing to the nation progress and harmony. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, for the last part about conclusion. Okay, what I can summarize overall for this presentation about Islamic development in Singapore. Singapore's Muslim community, a minority in a diverse, multicultural society, has established robust religious, educational and social infrastructures promoting their well-being and integration. And that's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.